Alright, it's the third week in August, and the garden is looking very full. We've got our wall of tomatoes on both sides here. Become a complete wall. I think that is definitely how I want to do the tomatoes from now on the fence there, except not so tightly spaced them out a little more. Didn't think they were going to all come out this year. That's why I planted them so dense. Out here I planted them in the middle and tried using the support and lines to support them. The Romas have not liked that at all. As you can see, they're just kind of slumped down. I don't know if it's because they're so heavy and they have so much fruit they can't take it. But the bushes back there are Amish pace, and they are doing fine with it. Now the other thing is that these guys were already about this tall when I put this up. Those guys were a lot shorter, so I don't know if they grew up around it and it helped them out a lot better, or they're just because they're a different type of tomato that worked better for them. But anyway, they're doing okay. They're not doing so hot with it. The rest of them have done pretty good because I've thinned them and cleaned them out and pinned them, fastened them to the fence there. It's worked out pretty good, and they are nice and up off the ground. I just need to go in, once a week and trim some of the things, and kind of that's it. So I think that's definitely how I want to do it now, from now on. So anyway, let's take a look around here. The wall of tomatoes. So once again, this first one here was all volunteers. None of them planted. All came up. We've got some sort of a cherry tomato here that's produced some stuff, and then there's some sort of a heirloom looking one that has lots of ridges and stuff on it there. So there's cherries, there's all kinds of tomatoes here. We've got a lot of growth, not a whole lot of fruit yet, a lot of green, but we want more red. So hoping now that they're at the top, maybe I need to top them off or something, but we have not. The volunteers have put out some fruit. The Romas that we bought from the store have put out some fruit, but not a whole lot. So there are a lot of fruit on there. Just hoping that they'll start ripening, because it is a little odd, I think, middle of August. We've only gotten a couple dozen tomatoes, but when they do start harvesting or maturing, it will be quite the mother load here. So then these are the first five different varieties that I had planted myself from seed, and then them again. As you can see, once again, the little Romas, that one and that one, are the ones that really didn't quite take off. All the rest have done fantastic. Got a lot of tomatoes there and there, but I'm just, like I said, because I planted them from seedlings, they kind of got a late start and all that stuff. So they're there. Oh, there's some nice red ones. And I saw from the other side some of the, I'm guessing they're black cherry, because they had like a dark tinge to them. I'll have to go and look at the other side of the wall to figure them out. Which is another reason why I like this part, because with the part in the rows there, you can't get to the this side very well. So the outside's great, but the inside is covered up with other plants, so it's kind of difficult to reach both sides. Where in here, I've got this side of the fence and that side of the fence, so definitely think this is how I'm going to go from now on. Put the other stuff in there. Anyway, they're doing fantastic, and you can totally see that there's a solid wall, and then they kind of taper off. And I don't know if it's because there's not two plants there, or just because the sun starts to get the late afternoon sun or evening sun gets blocked by this. But they're all producing stuff. Lots of fruit. Just need to get it ripened. Our volunteer melon here's putting some melons. Here's our bitter melon. They're coming out. I'll have to check and see when they're ripe, but we got a few of them there. And this melon is also producing, there's a nice little green fruit there, another volunteer. Watermelon is producing one there. A lot of the other vines haven't really done much, but we've got one there, so we'll take it. The cantaloupe that we started from seed is producing a lot of fruit, a lot of little fruit. I think I did see some bigger size ones down here, and there's one there, a couple there. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. So that looks like it's a pretty easy melon to grow. There's another watermelon there and there. We'll see how they do over here. And here's our butternut squash. We had one big butternut squash fruit. It was about this big. And then it was just on the ground. It just fell off. I don't know what happened to it, but it didn't make it. That's the hard part about the winter squash, is they have to be out here for so long. Or with all the other fruits, they come out here, they're here for a week or so. They're like the summer squash. They're literally squashes for a week or two, and then boom, they're done. Where these guys have to sit out here for a long time and endure a lot more stresses. So anyway, these guys have, I don't know what exactly is going on, but there's more fruits that are forming. We'll just have to see. The vine kind of is dying back. I don't know what happened. I couldn't see any bugs, but not sure exactly what's going on. But anyway, here are our experimental beans, which I'm happy to say finally produced. Here's some of these long noodle beans. These are the Chinese red long noodle beans. These right here are the, as you can see with the little red flowers, they're scarlet runner beans. And runner beans are really popular in England to actually eat. Here in the US we usually use them for decoration, but all we've got so far is little blossoms, haven't actually got any fruit. So far it has just been ornamental, but anyway. So, but the runner beans or the long noodle beans have kicked out, so we're gonna have to eat some of those. And then we have our wall of tomatoes, and from here you really can't see much except lots and lots of green. And it's kind of tight over here. So I don't think we've gotten any, or not very many at all, from this stuff. As far as picking, there are very few red ones. But over here we've got our other tomato row. These are the Romas, and those are some the Amish paste. And as I said earlier, the Romas have kind of sagged down and fallen over, and gotten kind of crunchy too. Not sure what's going on there, but as I said, it's kind of difficult to harvest both sides, because to harvest this side of the plant, you have to reach way in there or reach through the stuff, and with the squash there, it makes it really, really tricky. So, like I said, I don't know that I'm going to do this year, next year, or if I do, it'll have to be in a different area where you can have access to both sides. But the plants have been monstrous, and as you can tell, I haven't been out here recently to string up another line, but they are there. Massive, lots of green. Just need, and there's lots of fruit setting on it too. Just need to get that to harvest up and be good to go. And over here we pulled the potato top off. It was all shriveled. There's more basil. Our red bell peppers still just produce bells. They haven't gotten red at all yet. Maybe a hint there, but nothing as of yet. All green. The sunburst patty pan squash has still producing. It's gotten, I pulled out a lot of these mildewy leaves on Friday. They're really, there was a lot of them, and they were the older ones. And because I hadn't been really pruning it effectively, it kind of had a lot of, there's still a lot there, but just a mess there. And I'm wondering if that is from, I don't know what it's from. It's all the way over here too. Anyway, something I'll have to deal with. Not really an issue on the zucchinis, just these guys. So anyway, see, there's what I'm talking about. There's a nice red tomato right there, but to get to it, I'm going to have to kind of step right on the edge of the bed and balance to get in there. So definitely not the optimal thing here with a bushy plant like this. Some black beauties there. Whoa, big ones. Beautiful beauties. And then here our corn is doing all right. The corn over there, just harvested some of the ones that were down. I think they're all ready. Haven't eaten them yet, but I harvested them on Friday night. I think I'll probably take the rest of those once I make sure that they're okay. The ones that I took. These ones are growing. It looks like they're growing kind of spotty. Some of them are not, they were all planted at the exact same time, but they're having completely different rates of growth there. So we'll just have to see how they do. The ones that we did over there got 1 ear per stalk, which isn't too bad. Just have to see how it tastes. With the corn growing here, that's not as bad because corn's pretty easy to reach through. It's mostly tall and skinny, so I could reach through to get those tomatoes. But the bushy plants are the ones. So if I do plant them over here again, I'll have to rearrange it. But most likely, just leave the tomatoes to the perimeter. Anyway, I can see a easier view of the melons here that have grown. So then, of course, more eggplant, still doing great. Black beauties starting to really take off there. The plant anyway. Lots of fruit down here on the eggplant. The zucchinis have really dialed it back down. That one finally gave up the ghost too. So basically, I had 4 zucchinis. 2 have now bit it quickly, and 2 are still going. And we haven't got a lot of fruit from them recently. They've kind of, like I said, really slowed down, either because I've been cutting them back, pruning them, or just because of the pressure with the pests and stuff. But anyway, they're still there. The beans, we've got some more beans. Looks like there's still more on there. These purple bush beans, and some of the green bush beans as well. Right here, more green beans, still going. Some okra. There. The okra's really coming in. Here's a bunch of those red peppers. Still green, no red yet. And all the winter or spring crops still going. Yeah, pretty amazing. Still around, even the lettuce, barely. Probably could take that out, but anyway. There's our Thai basil. I planted some more Thai basil over here just last week, and it's kind of coming up there. You can see the little guys there. Just kind of sprinkle them around. So we'll have some Thai basil and some regular basil. And yeah, this is the main garden here. We have, let's see if we can see those red. There they are. You can see them from this side. Those are, I'm guessing those are the black cherry there. And get out of the sun. There they are there. I don't think they're ripe yet, but they're getting close. So, and there's some. That's what's nice about being able to see both sides. You can get a better view of what's ready. So, tomatoes are starting to come on. Once they do, it will be a tomato storm. But one we will be more than happy to deal with. So, anyway, that is the garden update this time. See you later.